I'm
Hello, sir. Sir, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yes, sir. A very good evening to all the dignitaries, esteemed faculty member, and valued participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this faculty development program on AI and IoT for a resilient infrastructure and advanced disaster management, organized by SRM, Madurai College for Engineering and Technology, and the AICT Atal initiative. Today marks the beginning of a journey towards knowledge, innovative, and academic excellence as we delve into the latest advancement in our field. Let us begin this auspicious occasion by invoking the blessing of the Almighty with a prayer song.
ஐந்து கரத்தனை ஆனை முகத்தனை இந்தின் இளம் பிறை போலும் எயிற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞான கொழுந்தினை புந்தியில் வைத்து அடி போற்றுகின்றே.
To formally begin our proceeding, I would like to invite Dr. V. Gauri, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, to deliver the welcome address and set the context for this gathering. Madam, please.
Good evening to one and all present here. Respected Chief Guest, respected Principal, distinguished resource persons, esteemed faculty members, and dear participants. A very good evening to one and all. On behalf of the Department of Civil Engineering, SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology, it gives me immense pleasure and honor to extend a warm and hearty welcome to you all for the inauguration of the AICT Atal-sponsored 6 days online faculty development program on AI and IoT for resilient infrastructure and advanced disaster management. I am delighted to extend a warm and respectful welcome to our principal, Dr. S. Doreraj sir, whose exemplary leadership and steadfast commitment continue to guide and strengthen the academic foundation of our institution. Welcome, sir. I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Siranjeevi Rahul, Senior Lecturer, Middle East College, Oman, a highly distinguished academician and visionary leader. Welcome, sir. I extend a warm and respectful welcome to all the heads of the departments and esteemed faculty members. I extend a special welcome to all the participants who have joined us from various institutions across the country. Your enthusiastic involvement is the true strength of this program. At this juncture, I would like to place on record our sincere gratitude for the AICT Atal Academy for sponsoring and supporting this faculty development program. In the present era, the integration of artificial intelligence and the IoT plays a crucial role in developing the resilient infrastructure systems and enhancing advanced disaster management strategies. This FDP has been meticulously designed to address these emerging challenges and opportunities, blending theoretical insights with practical applications. Over the next 6 days, the program will serve as an excellent platform for interaction with eminent experts, exchange of ideas, and collaborative learning. I am confident that the deliberations and the sessions will significantly benefit all the participants. I also take this opportunity to appreciate the dedicated efforts of the coordinator, Dr. P. Krishnakumar, the organizing committee, and all the faculty members whose commitment and the teamwork have made this program a reality. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and wish the FDP great success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Madam, for your warm words of welcome. To give us glimpse into the vision of an institution and the objective of this specific faculty development program, now I invite Dr. P. Krishnakumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everyone.
Sir, your mic is mute, sir.
Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
So, good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. P. Krishna Kumar. I'm the coordinator for this faculty development program. And I would like to tell about our institution, SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology. So, this college belongs to the prestigious group, SRM Group of Educational Institutions. This has been started in the year 1969. And this institute, particularly SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology, was officially launched in the year 2023 and landmark and setting a landmark in Madurai. So this is the journey and roadmap of the SRM group of heritage groups. So these are the patrons of SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology. That is Dr. P. Ravi Pachamuthu sir, chairman of SRM Group, and Ms. R. Padma Priya ma'am, chairman SRM MSET, and Ms. R. Hari, correspondent SRM MSET. And these people are the masterminds behind running this SRM group of institutions. And I would like to especially thank our principal, Dr. S. Dureraj sir. And without him, this FDP will not be executed. And because of his efforts, this program is being applied and it's being sanctioned by Atal FDP program, under Atal FDP program. And our college has 12 distinct degree programs. In the undergraduate level, we have 9 programs, which inclusive of core branches that are like civil, mechanical, EEE, as well as the emerging AI related courses like AI, AML, AI data science, and cyber security, along with CSE and IT groups. And also, we also have 3 postgraduate programs, that is ME in VLSI and ME in engineering design, as well as MBA program is being run by SRM MSET. Also, I would like to mark a very important milestone, that is we have started in the last 3 years only, that is by 2023 only. But anyway, we have marked a very big milestone, that is Times Now has recognized us as a beacon of academic excellence and trusted college in South India. This award was received by our Principal Dr. S. Dureraj sir, from Member of Parliament Tamilichi Tangapandian ma'am. And about this FDP, this is our second consecutive year we are getting this FDP sanction order from AICT. And also we have successfully executed the AICT sponsored conference under Vani scheme very recently. And we are very proud to say that among 478 institutions, we got selected across India in this academic year 2025 and 2026. And this FDP covers the most advanced tools of AI and IoT technology in construction technology, as well as disaster management. And I would like to call our principal, Dr. S. Durraj sir, to address about this particular faculty development program, about the participants particularly. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Krishna Kumar, for the insightful overview of our institution and the roadmap for this FDP. We are honored to have with us a leader.
Ma'am, so I'd like to invite our principal, Dr. S. Durraj sir, to tell about this participants' enrollment in the FDP. Sir, over to you, sir.
Okay. Krishna Kumar, is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, thanks, Dr. Krishna Kumar, Dr. Pandiswari. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Dureraj, Principal of SRM Madurai College for Engineering and Technology. I'm very happy to be here for this inaugural function of Atal sponsored AICTE online FDP on artificial intelligence and IoT for resilient infrastructure and advanced disaster management. I also join my hands with Dr. Krishna Kumar and Dr. Gauri in welcoming all the participants and delegates across the country for this FDP on disaster management. As rightly pointed out by Dr. Krishna Kumar, this is our second Atal FDP received from AICTE within the short span of 2.5 years or 3 years, I would say. Apart from this Atal FDP, we have also received fund from various funding agencies, inclusive of Vani scheme from AICTE. We have very recently successfully organized the Vani sponsored 2 days conference, national conference in regional language, that too in Tamil, that too the application of artificial intelligence.
Yes, sir, your sound is not clear, sir. Your voice is not clearly audible, sir.
Yeah. Message भी am I audible? Am I audible? अब बोले तो बोले पर लोग सब थंब दिखा रहे हैं यार.
That's right. Yeah.
Sound is clear, I guess.
I got it. Thank you. நீங்க தான் கால் பண்றீங்களா?
Okay, sir.
Is it audible, Pandiswari?
Yes, sir, it's audible, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Due to technical issues, we couldn't spend few minutes. Okay. This is again, I came to know about from the coordinators of this program, around 245 delegates are attending this FDP on faculty, that is on this advanced disaster management. As you all know, as civil engineers, we need to uncover the many areas which includes of disaster management. Due to various reasons, we couldn't manage disaster management in a proper way as of now. So this kind of FDP and this kind of technical discussions will definitely pave the way for managing the disaster management in any areas. So maybe due to various reasons, we could not manage a disaster, though we are advancing in all sectors, inclusive of technical deliberations as well as other advancement in various places taking place. Still, we are struggling in disaster management, in handling the people or in handling other issues due to various reasons. So these deliberations through various resource persons will definitely give some insights about handling of disaster management in various issues. And I expect lot many takeaway will be there across the resource persons in various discussions. I also want to join my hands with the coordinators to thank management, our chairman, vice chairman, our correspondent, and our group coordinator for giving this wonderful opportunity for our faculty member, particularly to the Department of Civil Engineering, for organizing this kind of FDP and also for providing conducive atmosphere, the two learning atmospheres in our campus. And I sincerely appreciate the entire Department of Civil Engineering for making this wonderful event in a very possible manner. I thank coordinator as well as co-coordinator of this FDP Also AICTE for making this kind of platform more useful for the delegates as well as the resource persons. With this, I once again welcome, thank all the delegates who are all joining today as well as to join in the coming days for this FDP. Have a nice day. Thanks for all the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring word and for the inaugurating this session. I would like to deliver the vote of thank on behalf of the organizing committee.
Ma'am,
We
one
sincerely,
second. Ma'am,
sir?
1 second. Ma'am.
Yes.
So due to some urgency, our principal has to leave the meeting. So I would continue the rest of the PPTs. That is, so I would like to continue from here. And before that, I welcome Dr. Chiranjeevi Rahul, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So we have received a response of about 245 participants across India. And this is the distribution map. Along with that, we have also interdisciplinary participations who are much high in this FDP. We can see that. Civil engineering, CSC, IT, ECE, and material science. All the peoples are much interested in securing knowledge on this particular topic. So this is the resource persons waiting to deliver their expert talks on this topic. And I hope you must have seen this. 50% of participants are from industry, reputed industries, as well as 50% is from academicians of from IITs and NITs and centrally funded universities. So I wish all the participants to take the maximum amount of knowledge from this. And before ending this inauguration function, I would like to tell some of the important points that has to be covered for earning a certificate from AICT Atal platform. So here we'll share the feedback form of each session, so which will be shared only in this Zoom platform. So here you have to compulsorily fill the feedback form along with your participant ID, which has been shared already in the WhatsApp group, as well as it has been sent to your mail also. And participants should compulsorily mute their mic till the resource persons complete their expert talk. Your queries will be addressed at the end of the sessions. You can either by unmute and speak at the end of the session, or raise your hands, or you can put it in the chat box. We'll accept that also. And as per Atal guidelines, 80% of attendance is mandatory to complete this FDP. Along with you should secure 70% of marks at the end of the Atal FDP. It will be conducted on the last day, that is 24th, coming Saturday. And every day session will be updated in the YouTube link, which is available in the YouTube link that will be shared with you in the chat box. We'll update the videos in the next day of the, if the event is completed today, we'll update it on the next day. So kindly take a look on the YouTube channel also. So now, ma'am, it is
Yes,
you. This is you can share your vote of thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee, we sincerely express our heartfelt thanks to our Mrs. R. Padmapriya, Madam, Chairman of SRM MSET, and Ms. R. Harini, Ma'am, Correspondent SRM MSET, and our respected Principal, Sir Dr. S. Durairaj, and other head of the department's resource person, and all of the participants of their valuable presence and support in making this inauguration a grand success. Thank you all. And I am pleased to announce that the FDP Session 1 will now begin. And I request all the participants to actively participate in the session to gain the maximum benefit from this program.
So,
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, dear participants, we'll start the session 1 very soon. Kindly wait for 2 more minutes. So we'll start the session 1.
Ma'am, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, sir, it's audible. So it's mute, sir, now.
Yes, ma'am, I muted it. So I just want to check whether my earphones are working properly or not.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, we will start, ma'am. Gauri ma'am, shall we start the session, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So, dear participants, I would like to welcome you all for this session one. The resource person is to introduce about the resource person is Dr. Chiranjeevi Rahul, and is working as a senior lecturer in Department of Civil Engineering and Mechanical Engineering at Middle East College from the year of 2015, which is located in Muscat, Oman. He holds a Bachelor of Civil Engineering and Masters in Construction Technology and Project Management, and another Masters in Soil Mechanics and Foundation Engineering, and PhD in Civil Engineering. Additionally, he has obtained a postgraduate certificate in academic practice in higher education with distinction from uh, Coventry University, United Kingdom. With 14 years of academic experience in higher education and 1 year in construction field as a quality surveyor, he combines exclusive practical and academic expertise in his role. He is currently serving as tomorrow's leaders representative on the CIOB Hub Committee, contributing to the advancement of education and professional standards in the construction industry. He achieved the prestigious MCIOB, Member of Chartered Institute of Buildings, designation demonstrating excellence and professionalism in construction management. He is a chartered engineer recognized by the Institution of Engineers India and also a fellow of Higher Education Academy, Higher Education Academy, UK, and also member of Indian Geotechnical Society, MIGS. Further enhancing his professional skills, he achieved the Microsoft Certificate Educator MCE certification, focusing on global educator technology uh, to provide enriched learning experience to students. His research portfolio includes 6 patent publications, 1 design patent grant, and 30 publications with over 280 plus citations, focusing on civil engineering materials, concrete materials, 3D printing, bacterial concrete, self-healing concrete, and applications of AI and ML in civil engineering. Dr. Chiranjeevi Rahul has delivered numerous expert talks, guest lectures, webinars, making significant contribution to the dissemination of knowledge in the field of civil engineering and construction management. Sir, on behalf of SRM MCET, we welcome you and we are very happy to learn from you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen as well.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Shall I start then?
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining the session, and thank you so much SRM Madurai for the wonderful opportunity as well. Very much privileged to share the session, and I really appreciate your efforts in organizing such faculty development programs, enhancing the knowledge of the faculty members, and it's the most important topic as well in current scenarios. We are going through so much of technology, but when we are interacting with the climate and when we are interacting with the nature, it is very important that how technology can be incorporated into our disaster management. The theme of the session is as well related to resilient infrastructure. So I'll try to balance this both. Let's start. The first of all, AI and IoT in disaster management and resilient infrastructure. So let's explore, like in this session, as per the title, let's explore like how artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things transform the way we prepare. Like earlier days, also we were prepared. Different mechanisms we have from the government and from National Disaster Management Authority. We have different approaches how we face cyclones, how we face earthquakes, or how we face any unexpected events. So we have different mechanisms and different procedures in practice, but now we are moving ahead. This is not very new, or this is not already implemented. We are in a transformation stage. So that's why this has an importance that transform the way we prepare for disasters and how we respond to if anything happens, and if we are not able to control, and how we recover from the disasters. So while strengthening the infrastructure resilience across urban and rural environments. So we have, so let us make it in general, like in different environments. So the topic is majorly focused on AI for disaster management as well as response, and also IoT. Like we have different mechanisms, but the starting, it's all more about IoT, and then we'll move to AI. So how it is, we will look into it. So before stepping into AI or before stepping into IoT, the technologies, we'll start from the basics, like what exactly is resilient infrastructure, why resilience is important, and why should we have this resilience. So when you see this resilient infrastructure, it's the ability of cities or any place, like the ability of cities or urban areas or rural areas to endure, like adjust and recover from the climate related changes and disruptions. And that is nothing new, that we are all very aware of climatic conditions, especially located in Chennai or Gujarat or south or north areas. We are very much aware of different climatic conditions and different disasters. So okay. So coming to this increasing frequency of floods. So we have different climatic conditions in India itself. Some places we receive high floods. Some areas we have heat waves and cyclones due to climatic changes. So what are the key aspects, like physical resilience and social resilience and economic resilience? Alago Murugan, sir. Mm. So why it is very important, like cities across the globe, like with particularly in urban poor communities, because it's so congested. Anything happens, urban areas are much affected. That's why most of the places we use urban resilience and urban infrastructure, because it has long-term challenges in ensuring of the well-being. And these challenges are resulted of direct and indirect impacts of climate change and are often compounded by pre-existing vulnerability. Like you see, this urban areas house 55% of the global population, and cities contribute 70% of global CO2 emissions. So that's why we have to start. Sorry, did I mute myself? Okay, I'll repeat it. So here in cities across the globe, particularly those with urban pure communities, face long-term challenges. So we are majorly focused in urban areas uh, because of the development happened near to catchment zones, or there are different challenges such as 55% of the global population projected as per the research by 68 in 2050, and global emissions are majorly from the urban areas. So our focus is majorly into the urban infrastructure. So coming to resilient infrastructure and disaster management, let us understand what is resilient infrastructure and what is disaster management. Coming to resilient infrastructure, it's a system. It refers to a systems or different types of systems designed to withstand, adapt, and rapidly recover. It's all about like three stages. Like it has to withstand, it has to immediately adapt to the situation, and rapidly recover from natural and human-made hazards. For example, in face of increasing climate extremes, seismic events, floods, and urban rapid growth, traditional infrastructure alone is no longer sufficient. So we need something advanced technologies. That is why we are looking into this AI and IoT. So coming to disaster management, it is also have a coordinated effort to prepare for and respond to and recover from disruptive events or unexpected events by minimizing loss of life. So it's very important that we all have these mechanisms in place to reduce the loss of life, economic damage, and societal disruption. So how we can achieve this? Like integrated digital technologies enable infrastructure. So we are trying to develop an infrastructure. So it's not becoming just stronger, but it has to be smarter. The system what we are developing, or integration of IoT and um, artificial intelligence, it should be capable of sensing hazards early. So this is how it is very helpful. Like we have weather forecast. The same way, these hazards are identified well in advance. We have sufficient enough time to react, some sufficient amount of situations to respond, and we can adapt to the situation in real time and guiding our response teams effectively. So this is the major advantage of disaster management. So coming to this essential urban functions, like you can understand these climatic conditions. So the most important climatic conditions are like, sorry. So when the climatic conditions, when you're talking about climatic change and infrastructure resilience, you can see the diagram. The concept is like, it's been useful in addressing climate risk and unexpected events. And it embraces climate change adoption, mitigation actions, and disaster risk reductions, recognizing the complexity of urban areas, growing urban areas. So you can see here, so urban systems, vulnerable groups, climate change, so risk management, disaster risk reduction, how does the city work, how it responds to the climatic direct and indirect impacts. So we are all know that in summer now India is burning and reaching highest temperature. So we have extreme conditions, like we have one place we have extreme heat, or sometimes we have extreme cyclones, floods, and this is a very important hazard that our coastal areas are affected, and there is a rise in sea level, and it is expected that there will be a huge rise in coming years. You can see here, like coming to Vizag, Chennai, Cochin, Kolkata. So these are all expected sea rises. So how India is heating up, you can see now, especially for example, like in Chennai, so if you take to the south areas, like in summer we have huge heat, and even in rains we have huge rains. Everything is becoming extremes nowadays. Even in some cold regions or cold countries, cold states, the snowfall is also becoming, some places it is existing, or sometimes it is not coming. So everything is not going according to the general or traditional way because of different global warming conditions. So with all these impacts and sudden changes and changing in climatic conditions, who and what is most at risk? So who are at risk, or what is most at risk? The direct impacts of climate change are like shocks and sudden impacts. From where we get this, like suddenly, like storms, typhoons, heat waves, and these impacts that build gradually over time, such as sea level rise. Sea level rise is not an immediate impact, but within some span of time, like the coastal areas are going to be covered up by the sea because of this sea level rise, and average temperatures are increasing, and long-term changes in rainfall patterns. So everything is uh, so much concerning, alarming. We can simply say that. So indirect impacts on infrastructures, severe flooding, like stopping transport systems and affecting social life, domestic life, and blackouts, like maybe power outrages, and increasing risk of water or waterborne diseases, especially during floods or during heavy rains. And nowadays, whenever climate change, we are generally seeing flus are spreading over, and we are all getting habituated to different types of flus when immediately we have a change in climate. So what is the major climate risk? Like urban flooding, like we all are very much aware of Chennai floodings, Mumbai floodings, and recently we have gone through the Vijayawada flooding from Andhra Pradesh. So rising sea levels are also affecting coastal cities. Heat waves are also having heat islands, Delhi and Ahmedabad. So you can see here, I have taken some examples of this urban flooding. So Hyderabad, Vijayawada, and you can see here Chennai, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Like floods are, we all are very much aware that how much floods can damage the present or the current situation of the human regular life. Rising sea levels are also a threat, because before we get into the topic, we should know what is the actual impact and how much it is creating the impact. RK beach at Vishakhapatnam, because the washing away Indian coastal and erosion, and you can see here how much is the sea rise level. There is a graph: Mumbai, Mangalore, Kochi, Chennai, Vizag. Heat waves and urban heat islands. So heat waves are increasing. It's too hot, and it's very difficult situations in summer. So how we can do disaster management? So the starting now, I'm discussing what are the traditional methods we have and how we generally do the disaster management. So the key strategies are flood management infrastructure, the stormwater drains, levees, and green roofs, walls for heat wave mitigation, resilient housing design. So these are all regular mechanisms. So flood management infrastructure includes this, where we have stormwater and sanitary sewer systems, and we have different mechanisms to control this flood management systems, and we have green roofs to mitigate the heat wave. Maybe we have different mechanisms as well, like cool roofs and white cement we use, or nowadays they are growing plants on the terrace to reduce the absorption of the heat into the buildings to maintain the internal environment. So this is resilient housing designs, like proper ventilation, if it is a cyclone prone areas, escape routes, or it depends upon different areas. So I have taken some case studies how they have responded, reacted, adopted, or recovered. So Chennai faced severe flooding in 2015 due to urban sprawl and inadequate drainage systems. So what are the actions taken, like restoration of natural waterways like Adayar and Coombe rivers, and implementation of flood zoning, climate resilient urban structures, and the smart cities. Nowadays, I think Visakhapatnam, Chennai, there are some smart cities which are creating response and recovery strategies. So then, what happened here? Like how they started implementation, like retrofitting green open spaces to promote social engagement. So Natasan Park, Chennai Smart Cities Limited, you all might be aware of it. So what are the challenges addressed here, like drought, pollution, infrastructure development, and local and subnational implementation, ecosystems, themes? There are various considerations. Like we already started facing the climate change, and we already started some mechanisms to overcome these impacts. So there is a like one in south, like one in extreme. Like it's west side Surat climate resilience strategy. So it has flood prone city in Gujarat adopted proactive measures to mitigate disaster risk. So early warning systems for flood forecasting, climate resilient infrastructure development, public participation. So it has significant reduction in this flood situation, and they are very well prepared. So they have special government has formed an authority or a governing body. So Surat, they have a strategy, they have a policy, and for to face the heat, they come up with heat action plan in Ahmedabad. So it has recurring heat waves, and so the interventions are like heat development plan in collaboration with National Disaster Management Authority. So cooling centers, awareness campaigns. So there is a specific version, Ahmedabad Heat Action Plan. If anybody is interested, you can go through it. So they have a lot of policies and implementations from the government. So let us see some best practices and some global practices. For example, if you take examples from India, Spawn Cities Initiative, climate smart agriculture in peri-urban areas. So I have taken some global examples as well, Rotterdams and flood management tunnels. You can see here, this is an example of Spawn Cities Initiative. Sorry. So we have Spawn Cities initiatives, and you can see like it's like absorbing water, like penetration of water into the ground. So they maintain storm drainage, permeable roads, water recycling facility, rainwater run, wetlands to maintain the atmosphere. So climate smart agriculture in urban areas. So sustainable floating homes. If even though it's affected by the floods, I think it's in Netherlands area. We can see this floating houses. So Tokyo's flood tunnels. If any, see they have underground huge tunnels. It can occupy so much of water. So this is a brief general introduction. What is disaster management and how it affects our human life, and how much significant it is. So now let us dive into how this AI, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things work together in disaster systems. So in modern disaster systems, so IoT is like, just try to understand that IoT is all about network. So IoT can be function like IoT functions as eyes and ears, because it can watch and it can listen, continuously sensing environmental and infrastructural conditions. So artificial intelligence is like the brain, the data receiving from IoT, the information collected from IoT, it process the data. So then it do analysis, then predictions, so alert generations, resource prioritizations, give suggestions, ideas, plans, action plans, automated responses. So this is how we can simply say that IoT is like eyes and ears, AI as brain. So in practice, IoT platforms push real-time data. This is what most important. Like you might be understanding now. By this time, like we are all very much aware of cloud saving, cloud data, online platforms, Wi-Fi's, sensors, everything. We are very much aware. So the real-time data is collected, and it is like transformed to cloud, like and edge computing environment. So here AI model run risk assessments, early warning predictions, and dynamic response. If there is any unusual action or unusual value, so it will be able to identify what is the reason for that. So we can be able to identify it well in advance. So this synergy enhances timeliness, accuracy, and coordination far beyond what human analysis alone can achieve. Yeah. So coming to the power of IoT for resilience and early warning. So this is one most important aspect. So if we get early warning, we can be able to adopt ourselves to respond to the calamity, whatever it can be, but we should have an early warning. So Internet of Things connects physical systems, like you have different sensors, actuators, wearables, unmanned vehicles, infrastructure components to network continuously collect and share data. So in terms of disasters, so IoT can monitor, like it monitors river water. If there is any uh, change in water levels, or maybe through satellite images or remote sensing, if there is any increase, there is some significant changes, it can alert. So river water levels, soil moisture, seismic vibrations, bridge strains, atmospheric conditions with bridge strains like health monitoring systems, traffic flows during evacuations, and even first responders health metrics. So this is how it's all interrelated. You can see here, smart homes, cellular towers, satellites, unmanned vehicles, drones, crowdsourcing like social media, smart transportation. Any accident happen immediately, it reports. Nowadays, like in simple, like earlier days, when you are traveling using Google Maps, if some accident is there, you can be able to get an alert. If there is any traffic congestion, like you will be able to get an alert. That was very old version. Like we are getting into a new version. If there is fire, data transmission, everything is like Wi-Fi connected. So what are the 6 top IoT applications in disaster management? Like first, real-time data collection. So then interconnection with different devices, then early warnings and predictions, data sharing and analysis. So no need for human interactions, and smart infrastructure resilience. So what this real-time data can do. So this will enable emergency managers to detect early warning signs of hazards, and they coordinate with the logistics teams, response team. We have ERP, emergency response team, ERT, sorry. Then monitor the structural conditions. So it's all about like collecting data, analyzing, and sharing it with respective teams. So let them take action again according to that. So how this IoT empower disaster management with real-time data. So as we are the technology evolving very rapidly, so IoT changes how we handle disasters. So real-time data collection is a big part of this. It helps us predict and understand disasters better. So let us take action early to save lives and reduce damage. So coming to real-time data collection, its importance in disaster management. So refers to the process of gathering and transmitting data without any delays. So this data is collected through various sensors, devices such as drones, satellites, weather stations, even some smartphones, enable communication between different stakeholders involved in disaster management. In simple, this is how IoT works. But what exactly is IoT? So I have explained you like how IoT can handle this, but how exactly this IoT to have better understanding, it's a network of connected devices that can communicate with each other without any human intervention. So the devices are equipped with sensors that gather, transmit data over a wireless network. So IoT devices can include weather sensors, GPS trackers, drones, smart cameras, CCTV cameras throughout the city or throughout the place. So all these work together to provide real-time information, weather conditions, infrastructure, damage, population movements, accidents, traffic congestions, all this data is transmitted. So what is the advantage of using this is like we are able to have accurate and timely information, so which allows our emergency response teams to take some decisions or to react to the situations or to find out alternatives, or they have time to have this critical thinking. For example, any natural disaster happens, maybe cyclones or hurricanes. Hurricanes are not common in India, but generally cyclones or earthquakes. So we collect data in traditional methods, but it is not feasible because by that time, due to this calamity, our infrastructure is already damaged. But if you have IoT devices in place, so they continuously collect the data, they continuously transmit the information to the resources. So that is how IoT works. So hopefully you might, because it's a starting session of this faculty development program. So hope you have got some basic information what exactly is IoT and how IoT is related to this infrastructure resilience as well as disaster management. So I came up with rather than theoretical, so I have come up with some case studies where exactly they have implemented. So the Thailand is very devastating floods in 2011, and it is one of the most disaster calamity in country's history. So they started reacting to that, responding to that. So the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation collaborated with IBM to develop IoT-based flood monitoring systems. So what the systems do? So the system consists of sensors installed along rivers, canals that measure water levels and send real-time data to the central platform. So any significant changes, they immediately monitor it. So earthquake early warning systems in Japan. So is known for frequent earthquakes in collaboration with multiple partners like NTT, Docomo, and Toyota Motor Corporation. So Japan developed an earthquake early warning system using IoT technology. So what they have done? So they used accelerometers installed on high-rise buildings to detect seismic activity and sends real-time alerts via mobile phones as well before the earthquake strikes. So tracking hurricane evacuation routes. In 2017, Hurricane Irma wreaked havoc on Florida's coastal communities. So preparedness efforts, Florida Department of Transportation implemented smart traffic management using IoT sensors. So it's not new, like it's already started 10 years ago in other countries as well. In India as well, we have so many case studies, which I'm going to show you in further slides. So these sensors provided real-time data on traffic flow, allowing authorities to adjust evacuation routes in real time to reduce congestion and facilitate the safe process. So fire detection and monitoring systems, like Australia has fire detection systems to improve management efforts. New South Wales Rural Fire Service implemented this IoT-based fire reduction. So sensors, cameras installed across high-risk areas, detect fires early, like forest fires, like you know about like once forest fires started, like we cannot control it. Amazon forest is the best example. So satellite images or CC cameras or something can, or maybe like uh, temperature changes, anything can help us to identify what is going on and It can help us to reduce response time and allowing for faster resolutions. So at the end of this IoT, so we have to create a predictive modeling using this real-time data, so where we can improve this emergency response. So predictive modeling is like it's an essential tool leveraging the power of real-time data for improving emergency response systems. It's all combination of the historical data, the current data. So it computer programming creates algorithms which can predict future events, because we all are very much aware of this algorithms, like even Instagram, Facebook, nowadays all social media is working on algorithms. So in the same way, like the historical data and the current data is converted into algorithms. In the context of disaster management, predictive modeling can provide valuable insights for effective decision making and resource allocation during emergencies. So here, through Internet of Things, devices such as sensors, cameras, and drones, there is a new possibility for predictive modeling. So continuously gather data, transmit in real time, allow emergency responder to access. It's the same concept, like collecting the data, giving to emergency team or responders who can analyze, or passing it to AI where it can process and give you some uh, updates, information, alerts. This is how it works on. So how it can be taken further, like advancements in artificial intelligence technology and machine learning algorithms being integrated into these IoT predictive models, so their accuracy greatly improved over time. So AI powered models can analyze vast amounts of real time data quickly and identify patterns that humans may not be able to detect. So this can significantly enhance the decision making process and lead to more advantages. So there are three different phases, the role of IoT. Once we call, we call it as preparation, response, and recovery. So in short, like preparation means like we are able to have the relevant data which can help identify risk, sensor installed on buildings, monitor temperature, humidity, predicting what's going to happen. This is all like preparation, or what we call it like early identification. So coming to response, if something has happened, like how we are responding it. So real-time data collected, critical role, emergency responders using IoT-enabled drones. We can also have live feeds, survivor to save people or to save properties. So coming to this, okay, it's happened. So immediate danger has passed. Now the recovery phase begins. So how fast we can recover? It involves like restoring infrastructure, services disrupted by the disaster, because maybe like from my native Vishakhapatnam, like we have gone through Hudud in 2011 or 12, somewhere around that. It took a lot of time to come back to the normal situation. It took like 5 to 6 years, 7 years, because we have lost all the greenery, infrastructure, power supply. So there are so much of damage happened. So again, like the same way in Chennai, also we have seen that flood situation. You might be personally experienced how much time it takes to restore the original infrastructure of the city. So IoT plays a crucial role by collecting real-time data that help authorities understand the extent of damage caused by the disasters accurately. So three stages. Now the post disaster. So we can be able to track using GPS what are the areas still underwater, like we do aerial survey. The same way here, GPS enabled sensors, monitor the air quality, water supply in affected areas, providing crucial information, health and safety of residents. Yeah, even though we have a lot of advantages using this IoT, so we have disadvantages, or we can simply say as challenges. So implementing IoT is like own set of challenges, because it's fully harness the power data collection for effective disaster management. So what are the challenges we have? Cost, technical expertise, connectivity issues, data overload. I'll explain with points. So one of the major important point is like cost. So cost associated with IoT is very huge. You need trained people. We need training, devices, sensors, infrastructure. It's all like so much of initial investment is required. As well as we need technical expertise, like the people who are handling it should have proper technical expertise as well. So connectivity issues, like IoT relies heavily on connectivity between devices. So disasters often occur in remote, underdeveloped areas. So effectiveness of IoT. So connections, like because it's all works with internet connection. If the internet connection is not so strong, the data we are receiving might not be accurate. So data is overloaded. Sometimes if you know that GB or data storing capacity, storage devices. So it can have some disasters, sorry, it have some challenges for the disaster management teams. So if we are not able to use proper data analysis tools or techniques, it can be like having different errors, or it might take time for decisions as well. So as well as we have privacy concerns, collecting personal information, valid concerns about privacy, cyber security, sensors and cameras may raise ethical issues. We should have proper regulatory guidelines, and we should have implemented policies. So this is very important, like interoperability issues, like it's all like when different type of devices, different technologies are integrated together. So there are sometimes it might be some not compatibility issues might occur. So power outages, because especially due to these hurricanes and earthquakes, if there is any power outrage or power disconnection, so then whatever we are implementing might not work. So we should have proper backup, or we should be thinking that the infrastructure of this IoT we developed should be resistance towards this natural calamities. So until now, we understood how IoT works. So now the integration of artificial intelligence, the next step to this IoT, how it can be taken further, like use of powered chatbots for communicating during disasters. We are all using chatbots now, programmed with pre-approved responses from emergency management agents, providing constant updates, verification. So they have ability to answer frequently, especially before we start into artificial intelligence. So because we are continuously speaking from last half an hour, I would like to, sir, like if you allow me, if anybody would like to have any questions or any feedback, if I can get to listen from the faculty members, so I can have some idea like how it is going through and what type of questions they have, so I can cover up it in the artificial intelligence session. Just for 2 minutes, I'll hold on. If anybody is interested, please respond.
Participants can ask questions. If you have any questions, can ask.
Any interactions as well.
So what kind of disasters Oman is undergoing, sir, in the recent days?
Sir, recently we have floods. It's so surprising. In desert areas, we have floods because of these areas are not designed for drainage, or these areas are not designed for proper water drainage systems. But suddenly, 2 years back, we had huge rains, wadis like rivers overflown, and we had floods. Even though like it looks like our school days, suddenly if it rains heavily, the government declare holidays, or we immediately run back to our homes because of this drainage systems, or because of the rivers overflows onto the roads to avoid mountain slides. This is how it is here, especially water floods. It happened like there was one Gonu in 2008. It was very huge in Oman's history, and after that they have come up with various actions. Even though still we are doing so many projects in the areas of floods, catchment areas, because rains are not common here. We have not seen any rain in 2025, but 2024, 2023, we had huge rains, so unpredictable. So this is one backdrop where we have to work on this disaster management.
Any AI technology being used in that particular cases of disaster?
Yes, sir, like they started using it, actually IoT, the sensors, the same whatever I have told you, because suddenly wadis are like from mountains, if sudden rains are there, so it comes down throughout the sudden flow of water to the downstream creates problems. Like water resources engineering management, they are using some IoT sensors, and this artificial intelligence tools are used to they continuously monitor this GPS remote sensing, and they have very good surveillance. So using this digital tools, they are able to identify immediately, like they have good warning systems as well. We'll get immediately, we'll get a message on phones as well. There is emergency response team, like from the government will get response, immediately evacuate, or this area is going to be like this. So they have very emergency response. That's why the damage is very less. Thank you for your question, sir. Thank you for your interaction.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Sir, actually, like, is then the real-time data integration
So voice was cut, but maybe the same question in the chat as well. Yes, the real-time data integration difficult in AI-driven disaster systems. It's not difficult. It has a lot of challenges where we need to have such infrastructure, and we should have that expertise. Basically, IoT gives a lot of information from different sensors you have. So that data has to be properly analyzed. We can say that properly monitored. So then it is integrated to AI systems. So see, everything is computerized. We should not directly rely on them. We have to monitor. So then whatever the output is coming, or what alerts they are giving, so that is where we have the challenge in integration of difficult. So that is what we are going to discuss in further slides. And thanks for this wonderful question, so I can focus more into this. That's it. Is there any else in the chat? Okay, sir. Let's continue it. If you have any question, feel free to discuss, so that I will also get some motivation that what are your major concerns. So let me see here. So coming to IoT, after IoT, coming to artificial intelligence. So it's a reshaping disaster management by transforming massive and complex data. This is what we are talking about, real-time data. So it's very massive, it's very huge, and it's complex as well, like a lot of information. So insights that save lives, strengthen resilience, and optimize critical decisions. But it's very difficult to monitor manually. So that's why we have AI-driven systems can rapidly analyze information from satellites, sensors, social media, because sometimes some people post from different areas. So that has to be collected. Historical records, weather forecasts, IoT devices to detect risk early, forecast disaster impact, guide emergency response, support recovery operations. So all are included in AI. That's why AI matters in disaster management. IoT is all about like collecting information. It's only transforming data to artificial intelligence. Here we should have artificial intelligence or machine learning tools to process the data. So if you get the data, nothing is going to happen. Like when you analyze the data, when this emergency response team gets some early warning, some information, then only it is worth enough. So these capabilities address limitations of traditional methods that rely heavily on human processing. It's very difficult. So that's why information might be delayed, enabling or action might be delayed. So data-driven responses during crisis scenarios might be delayed. So that is why these technologies are very important. So we have different systems here. So one is AI for early warning and predictive modeling. So this is most important. It's all about like warning systems. AI significantly enhances their accuracy. So using machine learning, also having the neural networks, deep learning models. So AI processes historical and real-time environment data to identify patterns indicative of immediate hazards. So for example, AI models improve hurricane forecast precision by learning from decades and atmospheric data allocation. We are very aware of this. When we are designing any, even a culvert, even a dam, we collect the data from all 40, 50 years, the highest water level or the highest or catchment area, all details we generally collect. Data is very important. So generally one live example recently is like in flood prone regions such as Bangladesh, AI tools analyze river levels, rainfall data, satellite inputs to forecast flood risk with hyper reliability, increasing community preparedness and reducing potential losses. It happens to our northeast as well. So AI for risk assessment and vulnerability mapping. So it's foundational to resilient infrastructure planning. So diverse data analyzing, including population density, infrastructure robustness, past disaster impacts. So all these maps, which helps decision makers find better alternative or prioritize mitigation efforts. So all this comes under this risk assessment through AI. So there are some tools like Riskscape use AI to evaluate global disaster risk guidance, national and local policymakers. This is very important. Like national level resolutions should come, national level policy should come. Like I have shown you that Ahmedabad heat wave policies, Surat policies. We have some different policies. Maybe in Chennai as well, like starting off the responses, post calamity responses, strengthening infrastructure, emergency plans well before disaster strikes. So what is the real-time situational awareness? So what is the major problem? What happens in real time? How this AI can help us in real time? So during a disaster, for example, maybe a cyclone or maybe a flood, rapid understanding of the unfolding situation enables agile decisions making. So AI integrate real-time data, satellites, CCTVs, drones, IoT sensors, social media. So it have different insights. So for example, automated satellite image analysis can reveal flood extents, like how much is the flood extending? So how to evacuate people. So we all know that flood suddenly changes directions or flood is in one, if it is not expanding, so we can understand. However, the satellite images or aerial surveys or drones can help us understanding what is the situation, what is the flow directions. So effective disaster responses have this limited sources like medical teams, shelter supplies, food, water vehicles, where they are needed most. So what AI can help, like it can optimize logistics by predicting demand, like how much people are there, how much quantity is required. So it can have some logistics, real-time hazards and population distribution. So getting information, maybe we call it as shelters or safe places or safe houses. So that data, like where we can get this information, how much sources are required, how much food is required, how much logistics are required. So all this data can be provided. So AI-driven drone and robotics for assessment response, like autonomous drones guided by AI are increasing rapidly. So these drones can fly over hazardous or inaccessible areas. AI process this imaginary to identify collapsed buildings. So collapsed buildings, flooded roads. It's all about like real-time data or real-time situations. So this accelerates the damage assessment compared to ground inspection and supports planning for rescue crews and reduce risk to human responses. This is what AI can do, and especially this robotics and AI-driven drones can have easy access than humans. So some examples here, Cyclone Amphan, which is in India, near to this the top corner. So AI systems were used to predict the storm's path intensity, enabling authorities to coordinate. So how it has done, like integrating satellite data, meteorological inputs. These AI models have given some early warnings, help relocate millions from vulnerable coastal regions. So this also assisted in post-event damage assessment. Satellite images processing allow rapid development of the systems. Like, so this is just an image like how huge it was. So AI satellite data in wildfire management. So this is also one most important, like forests. The forest fire is very important. You take an example of United States, other wildfire prone regions other than Australia. So it has integrated satellite imagery and thermal sensors. And it analyzes changes in vegetation temperature, patterns, potential hotspots. This early detection enables firefighting agencies to be ready, so mobilize their resources. Something is going to happen, so rather than traveling that time, so they're already be there and they are ready to, because when we are prepared, so it's very easy for us to take an action. So rapid action, strategic actions, which can reduce the damage, which can control the fire. So this is how the satellite checks out the change in images or the change in temperatures, anything. Yeah, I'm reading chart as well. How do we ensure data privacy, integrity? Those are the challenges actually. And coming to this point, yes, it is very difficult to immediately incorporate. That's why we are doing it in pilot basis, point by point. We need that is the basic reason for creating awareness among faculty members. So from faculty members, it reaches to students. And first, we have to understand what is happening. So then we can start implementation as well, because we are just learning. We are at learning stages. What IoT can do, what AI can do. So once we understand, then we start doing our research. And when some projects comes into the picture, and some startups or some students comes up with their creative ideas, innovations, so it has long way to go, and we have different challenges. We'll discuss about the challenges as well. So this is how the data is provided. Whenever you see this dark zones, then you'll understand some variations or some abnormal situations are there. So we have to act accordingly. So not only in fire and all, we have earthquake early warnings as well, seismic data, and recognizing the patterns, which alerts in seconds before the shaking begins, giving people critical time. Like that is most important for earthquake or tsunamis. We need time to escape or time to react. So this small seconds of time or few minutes of time can save a lot of people's life and infrastructure damage. So this is how the earthquake early warning basics, like in earthquakes, the again it's a different concept, like from point one to point two, again point two to point three. You can see here is a problem started creating. So because of the sensors, it immediately, by the time it travels, the sensors travels fast, and again the data has been transferred, so people can evacuate from here. So the sensors, before the earthquake travels, the sensors travels faster than this because of the signals. So the earthquake alert center gets this information. So there is in Middle East, we have AIDR platform, which is called as Artificial Intelligence for Digital Response. So it is like it filters, classifies crisis-related messages from social media as well. Because whenever there is a crisis, we never know what is happening. So people used to upload on different types of social medias. It collects that information, and accordingly, it will understand the situation. So this helps agencies rapidly detect distress signals and urgent needs by categorizing large volumes of public data. So it exemplifies how AI extends beyond sensors and harness human generated data for disaster insights. So coming to this, the role of AI in interpreting data and driving. Sorry. Yes, the role of AI in interpreting data. This is what the question is on the chat box as well. How we can interpret the data. So this is by interconnecting this IoT and AI, making the sense of vast complex data through pattern recognition, predictive modeling, and rapid analytics. So there are different methods. Machine learning algorithms have forecast disaster impacts, optimize allocation of emergency resources, detect anomalies in infrastructure systems, support real-time responses, coordination by integrating multi-sources, weather sensors, satellites, CCTV feeds, and all this helps in integrating the data. All this raw data can be converted using AI into actionable insights, enabling us to shift from reactive crisis management to proactive resilience planning. So this is the major role of AI, transforming the raw data into action plans. So what are the key applications of artificial intelligence in disaster management? Are major concept of our topic as well. One is predictive modeling. As I said, in AI IoT, it's a continuation of the predictive modeling and early warning systems. So by this time, I think you might understood what is predictive modeling and what are early warning systems. Same, like including real-time sensor data and allows timely alerts, disasters, floods, wildfires, enabling proactive measures to be taken. So resource allocation, this is most important. Like we understand what is happening around, so how we can allocate the resources. So it can optimize the distribution of resources during population density, infrastructure, extents of the damage. So how many people are required, how much logistics are required. So these resources are allocated based on the situations, based on the data, medical supplies or shelters or emergency required, improving overall response. So damage assessment, like how much damage happened and how much time it takes for recovery and what are the action plans required for recovery. So this can be done by AI technologies, computer visions, drones, satellite images. It's very important for coordinating recovery efforts and targeted assistance to affected areas. Decision making, it helps in decision making in simple. So AI techniques including machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing offer solutions by enabling faster response times for government agencies, NGOs, and other authorities. This is the most important, like response, recovery, preparedness, and prevention and mitigation. Yeah, I want you to see this percentage use of AI techniques in phase of disaster management. So as per a research paper, it's the preparedness because of AI 60%, response 25%, prevention 9%, and recovery 6%. So this is one example of percentage use of AI techniques in phases of disaster management. So what are the major applications? Disaster preparedness, disaster response, disaster prevention or mitigation, disaster recovery. So this is simple categories how AI can help us in this disaster management: preparedness, response, prevention, recovery. So yeah, because rather than being it theoretical, it is always good to have some stories so that you will understand what exactly is happening. And these are the examples from India. Urban flood resilience in Gorakhpur, chronic monsoon flooding. So the urban management system was introduced, IoT water levels, sensors, automated pump controls, and predictive analytics driven by AI. So sensor feeds combined with historical data models predict flooding risk hours in advance, enabling proactive drain clearance. So during the first monsoon cycle, so here it is how it is implemented. You can see that during the first monsoon cycle after implementation, emergency response time dropped from 10 to 12 hours to around 1.5 to 2 hours, significantly reducing the response times. This is one of the success story of implementing IoT and AI and how much advantage we can get out of it. So coming to CCTV monitoring in Surat. So in Surat, waterlogging, floods, road damage in monsoon season. So local authorities integrated AI into urban operations, analyzed thousands of CCTV feeds. So it has advanced computer vision models, identify potholes, obstructions, and waterlogging in real time, alerting field crews for immediate repair work. So this is how it supports fast infrastructure maintenance, reduce hazards during peak rainfall. So coming to innovations at IIT Banaras Hindu University, so they have developed drones, like drone relay networks capable of transmitting images and messages without internet or satellite connectivity. So this unmanned aerial vehicles network has the communications in remote or signal blocked regions, because sometimes, as we said, like there is a challenge of power outrage or internet issues. So these are the alternatives in managing disaster zones. So this further upgrades will integrate AI for autonomous navigation and optimizations as well. So some global examples also already we have discussed early warnings for hurricanes and earthquakes. So these models have, in my example is in Caribbean, IoT cloud platform delivers earthquake warnings to mobiles. Like as I said, like we receive sometimes anything is happening, immediately we'll get key, some alarm will ring in our phones. That is what we had a trial as well. All phones at a particular time they have given alarm. So maybe if Muscat region has some danger, only mobile phones in the range of Muscat region only get that alert. For example, if Doha region has that any impact, only that areas will get that alert directly to the mobile phones, like a big alarm will be alert immediately. Will evacuate, will run out of the situation. In Japan and Indonesia, seismic and ocean floor sensors and its implementations demonstrate how sensor AI systems can bridge the gap between detection and life-saving action. This is most important. The time, recovering time or reaction time. Detection is not most important. Like how much time you have to recover and escape out of the situation, life-saving or infrastructure damage saving. So in 2020 Beirut explosion, like drones were used to map the affected zones, locate survivors, assess structural damages, and mapping platforms. So there are so many applications even in India itself. Like AI can process massive data streams far faster than human teams, improves response speed and prioritization in chaotic environments. So finally, what are the advantages of AI and IoT for disaster resilience? The same what we are talking about until now: early warning, forecasting, real-time situational awareness, predictive maintenance, infrastructure, optimized resource allocation. I'm just summarizing what all we have covered until now. Emergency communications. Hopefully, like I just covered all the areas of this. Maybe when I see the previous sessions, those are very much in depth and to particular topics. So hopefully you will learn much better in coming sessions. Hopefully this has given you some basic idea how these technologies can strengthen both physical infrastructure, institutional response capacities. So yeah, somebody has asked me a question in the chat box as well. And what are the challenges we have? We have a lot of challenges in implementation. Lack of adequate funding, which is a huge challenge. Even we want to implement the technology, as I said, like infrastructure itself is very costly, and we should have training. We should have that technical expertise. This is not done by one authority, or this is not done by one institution. So many institution collaborations are required. Maybe, for example, if you take in Chennai area, IIT Chennai and other departments or other government official bodies, because they can support with the research, others should have funding. So all institutional coordinations are required. Limited community awareness. Yes, we have limited community nowadays. We are having this community awareness, the major theme of this FDP as well. Gaps in data and technology adoption. If some gap is there, it collapses the whole process. There are so many challenges: reliability, security of the sensor networks, because we are all very much aware of hackings and cybersecurity issues. So privacy is having a challenge. Ethical concerns are there because everybody is monitored under CC surveillance. AI models must train on high quality data sets. Interoperability between different agencies, technologies. So addressing all this, yeah, will feel like it's very difficult in near future. But yes, we have to find out solutions and mitigations or preventive measures, whatever it is. Like we have so much of risks are there. We have to identify, come out of this. Addressing this consideration essential for sustainable ethical development of AI and IoT systems. So how the future is going to be? It's all about like increasing day by day, the technology has been increasing. The softwares or the sensors, digital twins are also there, simulate scenarios, So now we are in 4G or sorry 5G. 5G is next 6G, edge computing, robotics, autonomous systems, integration of AI and IoT will push disaster management towards anticipatory resilience. So we have a lot of advantages in future as well. Let me see how can we optimize IoT material systems, especially to earthquakes and edge to minimize latency, increasing sensor network. Right. This is what we are talking now, sir. Maybe let me see like who has posted this post. Santosh sir, yes sir, this is what we are discussing now. We have a lot of challenges and integration itself is a big task, like how, because data overload should not happen. Sometimes we'll get a lot of data. The AI platform should be trained on huge data management. So this is how we can develop it. Integrating resilience into urban planning governance, promoting public-private partnerships. This is very important, like leveraging technology, AI, IoT for disaster prediction and response. So what you can see here, the major theme of this faculty development program or my session is all about we have to engage with policy frameworks. We have to use our management authorities, disaster management authorities, develop guidelines, collaborate across disciplines, because even it has a lot of civil engineering, a lot of computer science, electronics, even mechatronics, robotics. So we have a lot of interdisciplinary activities included here. Engineers, planners, social scientists must work together, incorporate resilience in curriculum. So that is why we are encouraging faculty to promote this into students. Students should be aware of that. We should get innovative projects from students, innovative projects from faculty, identifying solutions for these challenges we have been mentioning here. That's it. Thank you from my side. And I'm open to the questions now. If you have any questions, if you have want like any interactions, maybe I can also learn from you. Maybe if you have any implementations happening around in India, so please try to share.
Participants, if you have any questions, you may ask now.
Any questions, any feedback, any interactions, like what's happening in your place, what's happening around in India? If you get through any type of implementations like IoTs or any AI.
Even you can post your questions in the chat box also.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So hope you are able to understand the basics of AI and IoT integrations into disaster management and also infrastructure resilience.
Good evening, sir. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, please.
How do we integrate the real-time data of IoT along with the geospatial technologies?
That is what the task of this AI platforms, ma'am. Like geospatial platforms are also giving you data, like images or remote sensing images where you can see differences in temperatures or something. So this has to be like integration is all about like we should have a AI-driven platform. When we see manually images, we will understand if it is in red zone, temperature might be more, green means less. So when we get a lot of information, it's very difficult to do manually. So that's why we are using AI-driven platforms where it can be easily capture the data and it will give actions in less time, which zone is into the attack or which zone is in impact. How to do it, ma'am? Like we have to go through some integrated technologies. That is what we said, like predictive modeling.
Because reading the
Algorithms.
geospatial data and getting the inference from the geospatial data itself will be tedious. So after that, we have to input to the AI stream.
Yes, ma'am. It's extremely complex process. Because nowadays we are all doing separately. Maybe we have remote sensing mechanisms just to see all this data, but now different sources, sensors are giving data, CC cameras are giving data, spatial images, GPS data. So all this has to be integrated and analyzed by some platform. Again, it has to give an accurate result. Itself is a high challenge.
Thank you, sir.
To be very honest, I don't have a proper direct solution because we are not into that implementations, right? So this is what is happening, but what exactly, which platform? I have mentioned one platform which is called as AI RIX or something. So that is what I'm aware of.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Gauri. Dr.
Any other questions from the participants? So also I have shared the feedback form in the chat box. I want the participants who are in live, please fill the feedback form that will be considered for your attendance. So we'll conclude, sir. So I should
Thank you.
okay, sir. Sir, I should thank you, sir, very much. It is a very useful session, and I want to tell you that this is a very good start for our FDP. You have covered you have covered a vast topic. So this which aligns much with our FDP team particularly. So I
Yes,
should should thank you for this wonderful session. We thank on behalf of SRM Madurai, we thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. It's very emerging topic, very interesting as well.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the
thank you.
informative
Thank you,
session,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. I am leaving then.
Okay.
Okay, sir. All the best for the future sessions as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll take a short break for dinner. That is, we'll start the next session by 8 o'clock sharply. Ma'am, shall we?
Yes, sir. Participants, the participant ID is given in the PDF, which is shared in the WhatsApp group.
The participants ID we have shared already in the WhatsApp group. This participant ID will be helpful for us to map your attendance in the Atal portal. That is why we have initiated this step. So kindly go through the link will be open for the next 30 minutes. So not an issue. So please go through the PDF that is sent in the WhatsApp as well as to your email also. So you can go through that and you can refer your participant ID, and after that you can enter that feedback form also. Okay, so the same link will be we'll meet ma'am by 7:55. We'll start the session.
Sure, sir.
Okay, so next session is by Dr. Ilangovan sir, Professor Civil Department in PSG College.